everyone, so today's video is going to be another update for my Project 10 uses, and before we get into that, I do have a new sort of setup because I did get a tripod for Christmas, so I'm really excited to kind of set this up and try it out. So I just set it all up, so hopefully it looks okay. I'm always trying to improve my video quality for you guys. But anyways, on to my Project 10 uses update. So if you haven't been following along with this project, basically I pick products from my collection to use 10 times, and then once I use it 10 times, I will roll in a new product. So I have been doing this for quite a few months now, and I decided that I'm actually not going to continue it into 2021 just because there's other project pans that I want to participate in and other projects that I want to focus on more than this, but it may come back at some point in 2021 if I feel like bringing it back. But for now, this is going to be kind of like my finale and last little update for this project, at least for right now. So the first product I have here is this Appeal Gel Liner. This is in the shade Forest Green, and I do really love this liner. I did use it today just on my waterline. And it is a really pretty deep green, but I only used it one time since the last update, and that was today. So I've used it 4 times in total, so I didn't get to my 10 usage goal, but I did roll this in after having already used it quite a few times, so I'm pretty happy with the use I got out of this still. The next product is this OFRA liquid lipstick in the shade Miami Fever, and this is just a really pretty warm orangey red tone, and I did use this 7 times in total. I believe I only used it once since the last update, so I don't use this very consistently. Obviously it's not a natural nude color, it's more bold, at least for me, even though you can sheer it out and make it a really pretty, more wearable lip. But I did really enjoy using this. I just tend not to reach for it. I don't know why. I feel like liquid lipstick formulas I'm not as likely to reach for anyways, so that might be why I didn't reach for this as much. But I did actually use it 2 times since the last update, so I have used it 7 times in total, so I was pretty close to hitting 10 uses, but I didn't quite reach my goal with this one. The next product is this Oma Beauty Foundation, and I actually haven't used this at all, and it has been in the project I think for 2 months. And the reason I haven't reached for this or used it at all is because I'm working on panning a couple foundations, and I really wanted to finish those, specifically one foundation that I actually did end up finishing. So now that that foundation is finished, I can get a lot more use out of this. Even though I am ending this project, I will obviously continue to use this foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations in my collection, and it's the newest foundation to my collection, so I do want to try it out a little bit more. Along with that, I also have the OMA Beauty Concealer in this project, and this one I did get a lot of use out of, mostly because I finished the concealer that was in my project pan, and I also like reaching for this, and I tend to want to reach for this over any other concealer. So I did get 6 uses out of it. I believe 1 was from the last update, and then I used it 5 times this update. So I do really love this concealer, and obviously I will continue to use it. I think this is my favorite concealer in my collection at the moment. So I didn't quite hit the 10 uses goal with this, but I'm really glad with the use I got out of it, and I will definitely continue to use it. And then another OMA Beauty product I put in this project, I ended up getting these and I just wanted to use all of them, so I ended up kind of putting all of them in the project at once. Not really meaning to, but this is their lipstick in the shade Coretta, and this is a beautiful formula and color. I find that it's not like a really nude everyday color, but it's still really easy to pull off, and this is kind of what I have on my lips today mixed with a couple other lip products. But I do really love this formula and this shade. It's a matte lipstick, so it does look matte on the lips, but it's not drying at all, and I feel like the formula is really comfortable. So this is one of my favorite lipstick formulas at the moment. And I did end up using this 5 times in total, so I was halfway to 10 uses, but this is one I will definitely continue to use, and I'm glad with the use that I did get out of it. The next product is a product from OFRA. This is their highlighter in the shade Start Inspired. This was their collaboration with Samantha, and this is just a really beautiful pinky and gold highlight. It has the quarter pan, so half of it is a more pink highlight and then the other half is a more icy gold highlight. So these are definitely really intense, which is what I expect from OFRA, but I have been really enjoying this, and I actually used it 9 times since the last update. I did roll it in last time, so I didn't quite use my goal. If I had one more day before this update, I would have definitely reached my goal, because this is the main highlighter that I've been using, pretty much because I don't really have any highlighters in other projects, but I have been really enjoying it. I find that you can build it up to be a really intense highlight, but you can also use just the tiniest amount and it is a more natural highlight that way. So this is what I have on my cheeks today, but I have been really enjoying this. Like I said, I got 9 uses out of it, so, and this has only been in for 1 month, so I got some really good use out of this month. The last product that I didn't quite reach my goal on is the Sigma Warm Neutrals palette, and this is, I think, the newest eyeshadow palette to my collection, or one of the newest. But I really enjoyed using this. I did use it 7 times, and obviously it's just a really pretty warm neutral palette. They did come out with a new version of this in their normal packaging, how all their other palettes are, so it kind of matches all their other palettes now, and I don't know if the formula is any different or if there's any difference between this one and their kind of new packaging or reformulated one, but obviously I don't have that one, so I can't compare them. And I do really love this. I love the transition shades in here, especially because you get a more brown neutral transition and then you also get a more cool tone pinky transition. So I really love the sort of diversity in this palette, even though it is obviously a neutral palette and you're gonna get a more neutral look no matter what shades you use. But I do really love using this palette so far, and I will definitely get a lot of use out of it in the future. Now for the few products that I did get 10 uses out of. This is the Becca Powder. This is their loose powder, the Hydra-Mist Set and Refresh powder. So this is the one that kind of feels like wet and watery on your skin almost. I feel like that feeling has now gone away just because it is pretty old in my collection. So I mean, it's not too old, but I feel like that sort of hydrating, refreshing coldness to the powder has gone away since I've been using this over the past few months. So yeah, I really want to finish this powder. I feel like there's still a ton left, but this is the main powder that I have been using, and I don't set my whole face with powder, so I feel like it takes me a lot longer to go through powder than obviously if I were to set my whole face with it. I pretty much just use it under my eyes and in my T-zone where I tend to get a little bit oily. So this is one I definitely want to finish in the near future, but I did really enjoy using it. The next product that I also used 10 times or even more than 10 times is the Oma Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. So this is basically just a hydrating primer, and I really like these types of primers, obviously because I have more dry skin. So I did really enjoy using this, and I find that if I want an extra boost of hydration, this is really good to just throw on even when I'm not wearing any makeup. So like I said, I did get 10 uses out of this, and I have been continuing to use this even past those 10 uses. So this is probably gonna get finished off pretty soon, probably in the first few months of 2021. And then the last product that I also used 10 times or probably over 10 times is the Flower Beauty Flower Pots Powder Blush in the shade Sweet Pea. So this is more of a cool toned pinky blush, and I feel like it's a more unique shade in my collection, even though it is a little bit still on the neutral side. I feel like I don't have many cool tone blushes in my collection, so I have been really enjoying using this one. And like I said, I used it probably over 10 times, so I continue to use this even after I rolled it out of this project. So I did really enjoy getting a lot of use out of this. And that is it for this update sort of finale. Obviously, I'm not rolling in any new products because I won't be continuing this project, but stay tuned for all of the new project pans and sort of refreshing of the project pans that I'm continuing into 2021. Obviously, all those videos will be out at some point in January. You'll see all of my project pans that I'm doing for 2021, so stay tuned for those videos. If you enjoy Project Pan videos and things like that, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up because it really helps my channel and helps to support me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.